Alrighty then. Time to set us up a game. Test. Also, I basically have no voice right now. I am quite dry despite the fact that I've been hydrating like crazy. But here we go. Pardon? Oh, there we go. Weird. I brought the thing up, but then it was like not up, but I could hear it. Hello. Alright, we are good. Hello, anyone. Mr. Skysen here, and welcome back to the test funnel revelation. Last time we made it through the majority of it, and then oops, oh no, it kept breaking, or freezing, or something, I don't know. Had the issue once in the first test. I keep wanting to say game. I guess technically it's a game. I'm pretty sure it's made in, like, JRPG Maker or something like that. Or is it just RPG Maker? Yeah, just RPG Maker. Whatever. One of those types of games. Yeah, first game, had it break. Did it again, went fine. This one, last time, it broke twice in a row. Here's to hoping that I can retake the test. I never got around to getting all of the answers that I gave before, so hey, we'll take it fresh. Maybe I can speed through a few of them, re-rationalize them. I mean, it does say in these things that you can answer them differently each time or something like that, because it's all about how you feel in the time, etc., etc. So yeah. We'll try to get through this quickly, try to get back to where we were. Hopefully the test doesn't break, and maybe we can get to it, because I feel like we were getting close to the end. And if we manage to get through it in a quick enough time, they just recently put out a fourth game. It's supposed to be a trilogy, and they just recently put out the testing room, I think it was called. It plays slightly different. I think you actually are a character walking around doing things. But I don't know. Haven't tried it. Maybe we'll get to it. Yes. Please be sure that you have played the first two games. You'll stand to gain a lot more if you have played the first two games. Buy our games, etc. Yeah. I have played them. Thank you. I've got the VODs to prove it. Answer everything honestly. I will try to reread everything, at least a little bit, except this part. Oh, I can speed through it. Cool. Yeah, as we're working through the test, I will try to reread things. I'll just probably be a little bit quick about a lot of it. I may yada yada a few things, but again, I've already gone through most of it twice now. You can check the last stream if you like. I like the art. I wonder if it is part of RPG Maker stuff or if it is in any way custom. Yeah, we got these two. Apparently, friends or lovers or something of the sort. Locked away in a dark realm. Choice and fate. Choice we saw in the very first game, but they did not have an artistic portrait. They were just a little sprite. I guess in the second game they were like, you know what? We should do more with it. So they gave Fate a portrait. They'd also changed up the background, the little setting here. First game, test, whatever. You had a much bigger view of everything. You could see most of the room, walls and stuff, I think. Second one, they changed a couple of the positions of things. I think they got rid of something. I think there were other words. And then you get to this one and like both of the little dollies are over here. One of the dollies is a bit more bloody than before. Got help on the wall. And we got Destiny here. Wearing a crown. Maybe the outfit overall, but the crown mostly. That looks like something from a Souls game. Pardon me while I grab a lozenge. I'm hoping that will help. Yeah. It's been the same room the whole time, but they, make it a little bit darker each time, and I'm very curious about that. I'm assuming it's all to be made unsettling in some way, just to possibly affect your mood while playing it, or just make it overly dramatic for reasons? I don't know. I got a thing for theatrics and all that, but I'm a little bit confused about all this. Then again, it's supposed to be spooky and I don't spook, so whatever. I wasn't expecting you so soon. I mean, we've met before. A couple times. Though I knew that one day we would meet in this room. You see, closely, I've been watching you. Studying every breath and every move. A few of my former colleagues you may have met. A couple of them. And a slew of questions you've answered without regret. I may be similar, but unlike them still. I'll make you swallow your truth like a bitter pill. Bitter? Not really. I'm good with the whole truth thing. Obnoxiously honest. Often to my detriment, or at least occasionally to my detriment, or the detriment of others. You ask me for an honest opinion, I give it. You want to know if it makes you look fat? I'll tell you it does. I will peel the emotion from your soul. You know, unless it doesn't make you look fat. And make you eat your feelings whole. Then again, I suppose it's subjective. No, it can be objective. You know, if it makes you look fat, it makes you look fat. Anywho, the questions I ask may be hard to answer. Occasionally, yes, they make you think, but I will cut the truth from you like a cancer. Both of us know why you're here. To open up and cast out fear. I am here because we failed last time because the game locked up. Twice. Bugger. To be as honest as you can. To take angel's wing or devil's hand. And in the end, we both will know how to escape your undertow. Time is on your side, but mistakes are not. Misanswered questions lead to misery wrought. Take time to think before you decide. Dig deep for the answers that live inside. You may not go back, you may not return. Once a decision is made, into your soul 'tis burned. Unless you decide to take the test again. But before we continue, just know this. Your dishonesty would be very remiss. If your answers lack guidance, lack the guidance of truth, then your final destination will be rather uncouth. Excuse me. So with that being said, I need your heart's honesty. You can run from yourself, but you can't run from me. Okay, I'm sitting. Sorry you're late, but did you ever finish the test too? I did not. Also, welcome back to the calculator. I think I've recapped that a couple times by now, but yeah. Frustratingly, I don't know how far we were into the second test, but it kept breaking, unfortunately. I feel like at the very least we were like 2/3 of the way through it. Just a feeling. But yeah, like around the same spot. Not the exact same question, interestingly enough, but around the same general portion of the test, it kept freezing up, and I was never able to complete it. So we're going at it again today. And if we manage to succeed, because I'm probably going to rapid fire a few of the questions just to try to speed along. They came out with a 4th game recently, so I'm going to be trying to do that, if there's time. And if I have a voice. Clearly I do not right now. Now, let the examination begin. Ah, that lovely spooky ambience. Do you ever feel like you just aren't good enough? Ever? Yeah. But I feel like a little bit of everybody, deals with that. See, is this the second game? Oh wait, no. Second game we did. That was with the fellow in white, Fate, yes. We did that one. Last stream was this one, the third game. Third game is the one that we did not get to complete. Kept breaking. Second game went smoothly. No problems. First game had a hitch at one point. Second game smoothly. This one I wasn't able to complete, ran out of stream time, etc., etc. Today, if everything goes smoothly, we'll play this and the new fourth game. I may extend things if I have enough of a voice for it. But yeah, ever feel like I'm not good enough? Yeah. But again, I feel like at least at some point in everyone's lives, everybody feels that way, even if briefly. Do you ever feel like you put more effort into friends or relationships than others put back into you? Ever. Like some of the wording on some of these. Ever. Yeah. Again, I feel like a lot of people feel that about somebody at some point in time. Do you ever feel like your life is going nowhere? Yep. I've been doing YouTube for 7-8 years now. And I've been sitting on the same sub count for a very long time. Do you ever feel like you're trapped in limbo? Literal limbo or just stuck in place? Because if just stuck in place, you're kind of asking the same question twice. Do you ever feel overwhelmed by seemingly trivial tasks? A singular task? Like one at a time? No. I mean, I got ADD, it makes most anything feel, kind of big. But, like, for me, it's more of a giant pile of trivial tasks. But just a single thing, like, no. Are you sometimes afraid of what your future may hold? I just kind of roll. Yeah, that was my answer before. I'm gonna try to go off what I did before, but I should be able to redo at least the vast majority of these. I'm pretty consistent. Afraid of what my future may hold? No. I just kind of roll with things. That's how I always do. Do you believe that your friends always treat you the way you deserve to be treated? What are friends? Is that some kind of food? No? I don't know. You have to have things to be able to answer these things. Are you afraid of being the last person alive in your social circle? What is my social circle? I don't think I have one of those. No. I would assume I already am. Are you afraid of the existence of an afterlife and what it might mean for you? Not particularly, no. Do you feel as though you're wanted in life? Ooh. My dogs want me. I mean, does that count? Excuse me. Do you ever feel like you just don't belong? Belong in what sense? I guess just in general or in any way? I mean, I don't really try to belong, I just try to be. Do you ever feel like a burden? Yes, but I try not to. Have you ever felt left out? No. Again, I just kind of roll with things. If something happens without me, fine. Have you ever felt like a failure? Yes, but that's one of those that, like, I feel like everybody does at some point. And especially, when failing happens. You're not gonna feel like a winner if you fail. Have you ever felt like you just weren't attractive enough? No. I don't really deal in looks. Have you ever worked yourself sick? Yeah, I'm still a little bit uncertain on this one. I've worked myself to minor injury, but that was just, like, my fault. Lifting the wrong way, or minor strain, or just at it for too long. But being, like, sick, I assume, like, feverish, something like that? I don't think so. Not to the best of my recollection. Do you ever have racing thoughts at night that make it difficult for you to get to sleep? Well, I don't sleep, but I have ADD, so I do have the racing thoughts that make it difficult to be. So, yes, I guess. Are you afraid to ask for help? No. When I took the test, I'd also answered no because I had just recently asked for help with something that I did not know. Never be afraid to ask for help, especially if you absolutely do not know the answer to whatever, or how to do a thing. Do you feel like people often criticize you? Well, I'm on the internet, so... You know, I don't even think I can make that joke. Even on the internet, I'm frequently ignored. No? Do you ever feel judged by your friends or family? No? I mean, paranoia makes me feel maybe, but no. It's also the lack of those, but I just assume people in general. Anybody near me. So, like, no. Do you ever wonder what your purpose in life, or what purpose is in life? I mean, I feel like a little bit of everybody does at some point. It's like, what is the meaning of it all? Why am I here? Yes, I guess. I mean, for the most part, I just roll, but everybody likes that little direction in life. They want to feel useful. If you could turn back time for any reason, would you? Absolutely. Love the idea of being able to control time. Would you say that you have many regrets in life? Many? No. I have a few, but who doesn't? Like many? Any regrets I have would be like super minor things. Like I wish I had done this instead of this, you know, that kind of thing. Does meeting new people for the first time make you uncomfortable? Yes? But I'm not really a people person. Does looking out your window at night make you feel uneasy? No? Why would it? But, again, I also have a big honking light outside of my window, so it's not exactly dark or spooky or anything. Do you sometimes double check that your doors are locked, even though you're certain that you have already locked them? Yes, for I am paranoid, and like to be absolutely certain. Do you ever feel like life is moving too slow? No. Do you ever feel like life is moving too fast? Yes. Well, with those it's complicated because again I've got ADD. Hi, welcome to me. I'm Skysen. I have ADD. A concept of time. Out the window. A month can be a year for me. A week can be 3 days. What is time? It's very nebulous. So sometimes it seems like everything's fast. Sometimes it's slow. Do you feel uncomfortable when you're home alone? Absolutely not. I like solitude. Would you consider yourself to be a thoughtful person? Thoughtful, in what way? As in frequently thinking, or as in, like, thoughtful of others and being nice? Either way, I guess I would say yes. 'Cause I'm constantly thinking, and I do try to be nice to others, do things, gifts, whatever, hold doors. Would you consider yourself to be superficial? No, I hate superficiality. Be real, not fake. Do you ever judge others by the way they look or dress? Yes, because everybody does that. That's what a first impression is. Would you consider yourself to be high maintenance? No. Again, I just gotta roll with things. I'm pretty laid back. Have you ever been bullied by someone you cared about? Pranked, but not bullied. Have you ever been a bully to someone you care about? No. I typically try not to bully people, as was covered in, I think, the second test. Do you try to keep a low profile to avoid attention from others while in a crowded area? Yes, but the irony is that I dress in Hawaiian shirts that are, colorful. Well, technically a black base, but you know, it's still a Hawaiian shirt and it stands out. While I don't like to attract attention. But they're just so comfy, you know? Do you actively try to avoid busy places? Yes, for they are busy, and I have things to do. Would you sometimes rather be alone than surrounded by people you care about? Yes, because again, I like solitude. Does making phone calls make you feel uncomfortable? Yes. Are you sometimes afraid to confront people, even when they do something that bothers you? I'm not a very confrontational person. Afraid? Afraid is a strong word. I'm gonna say yes, but afraid feels like a very strong word for this. Because again, I'm not very confrontational. Like, if it is something majorly bothersome, I'll say something, but I won't get all up in their face about it. Do you feel uncomfortable when committing to definitive plans for the future? No. I like planning for the future. It's how I function. Again, ADD. I'll probably fall back on I have ADD for several of these things. It's a very major thing, you know. Do you ever feel like no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to stay motivated? Correct. Again, ADD. Do you ever fear that you're do you ever feel that you're failing those who care about you the most? That would be my dogs. I don't feel like I'm failing them. No. Does driving a vehicle give you anxiety? Driving one? No. Being around others who are driving? Yes. Driving one myself? No. Am safe driver. At least I try to be. Practically paranoid about all that. Are you afraid of exploring new places by yourself? Afraid. Again with the strong words. Anxious, nervous, things like that. Wary. Afraid? No. But I'm assuming you're just going with a general feeling of unease. Going into a new place, so like, yeah. Because, you know, new place, if I'm by myself, I don't know what's going on, I don't know where things are. And I'm not a people person. Gonna wander around like a little lost puppy. Have you ever carried an object around with you that made you feel more comfortable? Like a Linus blanket? No. If I told you that I could guess your name correctly right now, would you believe me? No, for you are a picture in a game. Way to spoil the immersion. Well, based on the answers you provided me so far, are you going to guess that I start with an M? If I were to take a guess, I would say your name starts with the letter M, doesn't it? Yeah, that's what it said every time. I think it goes off of, like, Steam or something. Just in a guess. No. Oh, that makes sense. Now, let's be real here. There's literally no way I would be able to guess your name just by letters. Just by your answer. Sorry. That would be ridiculous. Besides, all of you humans look alike to me anyhow. I resent that. Who you calling a human? Does being around animals bring you a sense of peace? I mean, again with the strong words, I don't know about peace. But, like, it makes me feel good being around animals, yeah? Watching the last video about 5 minutes faster this time. Well, I did the test like twice, so I kind of flew through it, so I wouldn't be surprised if my second go was considerably faster than even this one right now. Do you sometimes believe your loved ones are lying to you when they say they care? Yes. I mean, define loved ones, but Whenever you get people that are close to you, you always have that feeling, maybe, that they're saying things just because they care and they want you to feel good about yourself. Like, yeah. You're only being nice because you have to, out of obligation. Do you ever feel like you push your loved ones away? I don't think so. Ah, there we go. Why there's the weird shrieking? I don't know. Said yes last time? Oh. Did I? Well, again, I didn't review the last answers, and you're able to reconsider whenever you take the test. So maybe things changed. Or maybe I've thought about it more. I don't know. I'm going to have to stop you here. Okay? The truth that pours forth is incredibly clear. Previous question, not last one. I have already forgotten what question that was. I hope that you're being honest for your own health. You can try to lie, but you'll be cheating yourself. I'd like to move on to the next phase of the test. Is this the one with all the arts? Yes! A series of pictures to give your brain a rest. Brain a rest, he says. This one actually made me do a lot more thinking than it implies here. You're going to tell me what emotional response they bring out. Hopefully I'll be able to at least get close enough to where I was, which will show me what your mind is pondering about. So feast your eyes upon the art, and let me into that precious heart. What heart? Ah yes, the music box, I had forgotten. For starters, what emotion do you feel most present in this picture? Yeah, you get some of the neat kind of arts. This one looks like it's done with maybe pencils or something. It's kinda neat. Chaos, I believe. Again, I'm going to be, to the best of my ability, going off of memory, trying to redo all of these from last time, because I think we're nearing where we were before, because I'm like flying through some of this. Chaos, because it's chaotic and stuff. And then it's like a big portal. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Trapped, manic, broken, soulful, chaotic. Also beautiful. A little bit. Mostly chaotic. But in an organized way. What do you think this picture is called? The Portal. Chaotic crystals, the portal, soul abduction, a mind of misery, celestial star. The Portal, because it reminds me of like a... I can't remember. Some sort of mystic portal where it's like jagged edges and all that. Like a kaleidoscopic type portal. Like a ripple in space, that kind of thing. I can't think of the exact example that I have in my mind. It's from something. Very interesting. Moving on. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Anger, depression, joy, chaos, relaxation, numbness. I think I had went with depression, because it looks like a sticky, unpleasant place. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Stuck, abyss, toxic, demented, life, exotic. Exotic? Maybe. It's foreign looking, I guess. Life? I mean, there's shades of green? It could maybe be like a fungus or something, I don't know. Stuck? Yes. Because it looks like a sticky place and it's like thorny in some areas and stuff like that, so... Yeah, like last time I think I was stuck between the three of these. Abyss? Maybe. Like this whole place is the abyss and you're like stuck in it, I don't know. But then I leveled, I brought it down, narrowed it down there. Go to toxic and demented because it looks like a toxic place. But then I went with demented because it's all warped and stuff. What do you think this picture is called? Corruption wave, the birthing, blazing soul, destroyer of sense. Darkness within. Destroyer of sense, for the whole thing had a depression feeling to it and demented, so your senses are gone. I see. Next we have this one. Ah, crap, every time with this one I forget it's gonna be so bright. What emotion do you feel is most present in this one? Anger, depression, joy, chaos, relaxation, numbness. Chaos or joy? A little bit of both. I think I remember that being a thing too. Like a lot of them I put chaos. One or two were joy. I'm gonna go with chaos because it's all kaleidoscopic. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Glorious, twin, mirrored, space, planets, galactic. I can sort of see a couple of these, but I went with mirrored because it is literally mirrored, at least in some places. It's not completely symmetrical, but again, it's like kaleidoscopic. What do you think this picture is called? The Vault, Datacron, ICU. I guess it's supposed to be like eyes or something. Reflection of the universe, Shattered Worlds. Which is fitting, because of, again, the kaleidoscopic, but I think I went with reflection of the universe. Noted. Take a look at this one. Yeah, and then, excuse me, and then we get into these, where it reminded me a lot of, late 90s, early 2000s CG art. Like you would see on, or just various things. Posters and what have you. Emotion. I think I would have gone with joy because it's like, oh boy, nostalgia for your old CG and the light at the end of the tunnel and all that. What word do you feel describes the picture best? Gateway, staircase, heavenly, unknown, vast, open. I'm not really seeing the vast, unless it's like through the doorway. Open? I mean, it's like an open doorway. Unknown? Kinda. I mean, it's surreal-ish. Heavenly? Unless it's the big bright light, I don't know. Staircase? I don't see stairs, but I sort of get it. I think maybe you're coming up top of them. But gateway, because, you know, literal. It's an actual gate. What do you think this picture is called? Light at the end of the tunnel, the portal, dimension door, stairway to heaven, the rabbit hole. I think I went with the portal. Or porthole. That's peculiar. You're peculiar. And how about this one? What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Anger, depression, joy, chaos, relaxation, numbness. This is another one of those where I was kind of torn in a few different ways because it feels like a few different things. Anger. It's like a swirling purple mass of just nyar. Depression. I can kind of see it. In a way, it almost resembles the first one with the green mess. Because it's just a big tangled mess that you could be stuck in, like webbing or something. Joy? I don't know. I don't see joy in this. Chaos, yeah, it's very chaotic. Relaxation? I mean, if you like purple. Sure. Maybe. It's like a big nest. Numbness? Yeah, kinda, but I can't really explain it. Oh. I'm gonna go with chaos, because it is chaotic. And of course, we're reviewing art right now, so, you know, feelings are subjective when it comes to art. At one day and another day, so, like, not every answer is going to be the same every single time. So if I get some of these wrong, or not wrong, but different, that's going to be fine. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Eye, because it looks kind of eye-like. Ring, because there's a ring. Abyssal. Slightly, kind of, it's like an abyss of bleh. Darkness. Not exactly, but I get it. Lightning. Blazing. Yeah, because all the wispies look a little bit like fire or electricity. I think I went with abyssal, because that's just feels like the best thing. What do you think this picture is called? Nest of Darkness, because again, it looks like a nest. The Abyssal Gaze. I guess because it references it being like an eye, and it's the abyss. Shrouded Misery. A little bit, yeah. Energy Crown. That just sounds silly, but I get it. Darkness forming. Kind of, but I think I went with Abyssal Gaze. Some of these, like that, I'm going to try to go off memory, but again, if I have different feelings on the art, it's fine. I will make a note of that. Will you? And this here? Yay, with this one again, we get more of the 90s art. 90s, 2000. The old CG art. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Ugh, this one gave me trouble because I don't actually like it. It's messy. Chaos. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Mask? I don't get it. Veiled? Kinda get it. Cyclops? I guess because of this? Jungle? I've yet to understand the jungle thing. Unless it's like you are small looking up through the leaves or something, I don't know. Prismatic? Kinda, but not really. I mean, it's shiny. It's shrouded. I'm gonna go veiled? Kind of. I may have gone with prismatic last time, but some of these is like, it's a few things, I don't know, just a coin flip. What do you think this picture is called? Mind's Eye? I guess because of the light there? It's the only thing I can get. Forest of Depth. There is depth, and again, like, forest could be like you're looking through the little lines and seeing other things. The Masking. Again, I don't really get that. Eye of Chaos. The Shining Light. I'm gonna go with that. Because there is a shining light. I see. Now this one. Ah yes, the planetary one. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? This one I was torn on. I don't really get anger. Depression, no. Joy, because it's like all the green and yellow and like space and like yay, energy and life. The chaos, it is definitely chaotic. Relaxation. I mean, you get rid of this, all the wispy, and I could see relaxation because you're like in a weird space cosmic geode or something, and that's kind of neat. Wouldn't mind having just this as a background. Numbness? Not really. There's way too much going on for numbness. But I think I went last time with joy, because I was torn between joy and chaos. I'm gonna go joy, because I like it. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Planetary. Collide. Bosoms. Giggity. Wings. Feathers. Heavenly. Heavenly because I guess is like all wispy and stuff like that. Feathers because it's like wispy and stuff like that and it looks kind of wingy. Wings because it looks kind of wingy. Bosoms. Giggity. Collide, I guess two big things colliding. Looks like an impact right in the middle. Planetary though. Because it like space. What do you think this picture is called? Growth Seed, Mother Nature's Gift, Forming Earth, We Meet Again, Angelic Touch. Mother Nature's Gift, because it looks like a big life stream, you know, greenish, like, life. Something, I don't know. It just looks like that. How about this? What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? This one I could see multiple things. Anger, because, you know, all the sharp edges and the reds and all that. Depression? Kind of. But it's like real negative depression, like self-destructive type thing, because it got jagged edges and red. Orange, yellow, hot colors. Joy, a little bit less so. Maybe manic joy? Chaos, absolutely, it's a big mess. Relaxation, not so much. Numbness? Like angry numbness, kind of. Like when you're burned out or something. But no. Anger. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Fury, torment, volcano, brimstone, shatter, fault. Oh. A lot of these can work. It's like fury, just big mess, like roar. Torment, jagged edges, like I'm all angry, but I'm tormented. Volcano, kind of, but not really. It's like, you get the wispy, like, flame maybe erupting, but otherwise I don't really get volcano. Brimstone, I don't know. It's dissociating it with fire. Shattered, yeah. Jagged edges like it's broken. Fault, the same as volcano. I'm gonna go shattered. Cause it's all jagged and stuff. What do you think this picture is called? Arcing Blaze, The world breaks, Inferno Gate, the shattering, rage incarnate. Can't quite recall what I named it last time. But I'm gonna go rage incarnate. Because it's like it wants to rip up everything and be all like rage. Or the shattering. Either one works. I think this is another one of those that I did like a coin flip type thing where I was just like, which one? And then I just picked. That's interesting that you say that. Is it? Is it really? How about this one here? Nah, forgot about this one. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? It's a bummer that they limit you to these 6. Because I don't strongly feel any of these. Anger, not so much. Depression, not really. Joy, no. Chaos, kind of, but it's like organized chaos. Relaxation, no. Numbness, it's as good as anything. I don't really feel much of anything about this. Well, of course, that's not really what I was asking. It was asking what emotion was going on in it, not what I felt. What word do you feel best describes this picture? Cyborg, failed, information, analyzing, monitoring, futurist. A few of these could actually work, but I'm going monitoring because it looks like a big screen, either looking at something or something looking at you. What do you think this picture is called? The Data Sphere. Thought provoked. Incubation of dreams. Matrix Watcher. Life Project. Matrix Watcher. This is like the big squids from the Matrix. I will make a note of that. Now this one. I forgot about that with the bright light. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? This is another one of those that I wasn't quite sure. Anger, depression, joy, chaos, relaxation, numbness. It's not anger, it's not really depression. A little bit of joy because, ooh, big bright light. A little bit of chaos, but everything's kind of organized. It's like wispy, but it's in lines. Relaxation, not so much. Numbness, I'm not really feeling that. Chaos. Then the game broke again. Huzzah! What is wrong with this game? It is so unstable. Yeah. Go figure. It's just broken. I don't know why I can't get very far into this game, but that's just the way it is. It's the earliest that it's broken, too. Weird. Alright, one moment. Technically, the game is still working. Music's going. I was able to click around and it would make noise, but it just ceases. It's weird. I'm going to try something. Where are you? I'm going to uninstall it and reinstall it. See if maybe, somehow, that helps. Uninstall. And reinstall. Fortunately, it's relatively small. Hello? Oh, there we go. There may be slight buffering while it does this. It's less than 1 gig, so it should be fine. Pardon any crunching, finishing a lozenge. About 17 minutes ahead of the last run. Cool. Or first run of it. And now we get to try it again, and maybe I'll, like, blitz through a little bit faster still. It's getting frustrating. I'm really hoping that uninstalling and reinstalling fixes this. Hoi. Almost done. Nearly there. Mm-hmm. And done. Yay! Long live fast internet. Let's try this again, shall we? Funny thing is, as loud as some of the spook music and all that is, I have it turned down to 60%. And flitter. Alrighty then, let's try this again. Oi. Please work this time. I enjoy doing these, but holy crap, I want them to work, you know? Yeah, I've already played them. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, I like that I can speed these up a little bit. Gives me a chance to get a drink. Ah, bit better. I wonder what this area is, or if the developers only made, like, just this small portion that we can see. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, there's Fate from the second game. Don't really know what the story is with them. We're just kind of hinted that they're effectively captives of destiny here. Or something of the sort. But the test, the series, is mostly about we, the player, rather than these characters here. Or I assume, maybe it turns into something bigger. I think there are other games by the developers that maybe involve these characters in a different way. Or maybe the fourth game, The Testing Room, I think that's the name of it. Maybe that reveals more. I don't know. Hopefully we'll be able to get through this and find out. Tends to wear my patience a little bit when I get held up because of malfunction. Especially when it's a malfunction that I cannot fix. All we can do now is hope for the best. Blah, 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 blah. Oh my gosh, I can just hold it down. I didn't know that. I've been clicking this whole time. Me. Oh no. Wow. Cool. I had held down click when the words were scrolling up, but I did not know that I could just hold down for this. Ever feel like I'm just not good enough? I'm gonna try to speed through these. If I happen to get one or two different, then just... oh well. I'm losing patience for it. Yeah. Because everybody feels that way, yada yada. Ever feel like you put more effort into others and they put back into you? Yes. Ever feel like your life is going nowhere? Yes. YouTube. You ever feel like you're trapped in limbo? That's asking the same question again. You ever feel like you're overwhelmed by seemingly trivial tasks? No. Huge pile of tasks? Maybe. Are you sometimes afraid of what your future may hold? No. I just kind of roll. Do you believe that your friends always treat you the way that you deserve to be treated? Forget how I went with this one. I don't even remember that being asked earlier. Are you afraid of being the last person alive in your social circle? No. Are you afraid of the existence of an afterlife and what that means for you? No. Do you feel as though you're wanted in life? Yes, by my dogs. Do you ever feel like you just don't belong? I don't care. Do you ever feel like a burden? Yes, but I try not to be a burden. Have you ever felt left out? No, because I don't really care. Have you ever felt like a failure? Yes, when I failed. Have you ever felt like you just weren't attractive enough? No, I don't really care. Have you ever worked yourself sick? No, Injury? Maybe. Minor stuff. Strained myself. Sick? No. Not that I can recall anyway. Do you ever have racing thoughts that make it difficult to sleep? I don't sleep, but I do have racing thoughts. Are you afraid to ask for help? No. Do you feel like people often criticize you? Often? No. Do you feel like you're judged by your friends or family? Not particularly. Do you ever wonder what is your purpose in life? Yes, I feel like everybody does. At least at some point. If you could turn back time for any reason, would you? Yes. Because I like time control. Would you say that you have many regrets in life? No. A few, but not many. And they're minor. Does meeting new people for the first time make you uncomfortable? Yes, I'm not a people person. Plus, I feel like new meetings, like everybody's a little bit wary of that. Does looking out at your window at night make you feel uneasy? No. Do you sometimes check the doors are locked? Yada yada yada. Yes, I do. You can never be too sure. Do you ever feel like life is moving too slow? No. You ever feel like it's moving too fast? Yes. But again, it's tricky because ADD, sometimes it is too slow, sometimes it is too fast, sometimes it's just nebulous mess. Do you feel uncomfortable when you're home alone? No. I like the solitude. Would you consider yourself a thoughtful person? Yes. Would you consider yourself superficial? No. I don't like superficiality. Do you ever judge others by the way they look or dress? Yes, because that's first impressions. Literally everybody who can see people does that. Would you consider yourself to be high maintenance? No. Have you ever been bullied by someone you cared about? No. Have you ever bullied anyone you cared about? No. Because I don't bully people. It's mean. Do you try to keep a low profile to avoid attention from others in a crowded area? Yes. Irony, I wear Hawaiian shirts. Do you actively try to avoid busy places? Yes, because they're busy, and I have things to do. Would you sometimes rather be alone than surrounded by people you care about? Yes. Again, I like solitude. Does making phone calls make you feel uncomfortable? Yes. Because, people. Ew. Are you sometimes afraid to confront people even when they do something that bothers you? If it's a big enough deal, I will say something, but am I bothered by the confrontation? Yes. I'm not a confrontational person. Do you feel uncomfortable? Do you feel uncomfortable when committing to definitive plans for the future? No. I like planning for the future. It's how I function. Do you ever feel like no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to stay motivated? I could have done this to the at the beginning. It would have just made things super boring. Just answer questions directly, be as honest as possible. But yeah, you're feeling no matter how hard you try, you can't seem to stay motivated. Yes, because ADD. Do you ever feel like you're failing those you care about you most? No. I mean, I don't think I'm failing my dogs. Does driving a vehicle give you anxiety? Not particularly, no. It's being around others who drive that does. Are you afraid of exploring new places by yourself? Not afraid, but I am anxious. Have you ever carried around an object that made you feel more comfortable? No. If I told you that I could guess your name correctly right now, would you believe me? No. For you are a portrait of a character in a game. Well, based on the answers you provided me so far, if I were to get to take a guess, I would say your name starts with the letter N, doesn't it? Now, that makes sense. Let's be real here, there's literally no way I'd be able to guess your name just by answers. But that would be ridiculous. Besides, all of you humans look alike to me anyway. I'm insulted. How dare you call me a human? Does being around animals give you a sense of peace? Yes. I don't know about peace, but it does make me feel better. Do you sometimes feel your loved ones are lying to you when they say they care? Yes. Do you ever feel like you push loved ones away? Let me rethink that one. No. I don't know about love, but pushing people away, like, I keep myself walled off, but my cared about ones would be my dogs, and I don't push them away. Onward, to the art. I'm going to have to stop you here. Truth, but the pour is incredibly clear. Hope that you're being honest for your own health. You can try to lie, but you'll be cheating yourself. Like to move on to the next phase of the test? A series of pictures to give your brain a rest, even though it still makes you think. You're going to tell me what emotional responses they bring out, which will show me what your mind is pondering about. So feast your eyes upon the art. Since I've gone through it so fast, it brings up new art. Oh boy, anime pictures. For starters, how about this? Joy or chaos? It is chaos, because it's all broken and stuff. And broken, chaotic, soulful, chaotic, very chaotic, a little bit broken, but it's more chaotic, it's like crystals. And the portal. It's like a big magic portal, oh boy. Very interesting. Moving on. What about this? Depression. A little bit. And it's demented, because it's all like blare. And destroyer of sense. Because you feel like crap and this reflects it. Next we have this one. My eyes. Chaos. And mirrored. The reflection of the universe, because again it's a little bit kaleidoscopic. Take a look at this one. How do I feel? It's joy, because oh boy, it's all the CG stuff. Gateway. Light at the end of the tunnel. The portal. Dimensional door. Dimension door? A bit. I did portal a little bit ago, but I think it's dimension door. I see a little bit of both. I'm gonna go dimension door this time. I feel both. It's a toss-up. And how about this one? Chaos. And it's abyssal. And shrouded misery. I think I did the abyssal gaze earlier, but I'm shrouded misery. I think is what I originally did. Plus I kind of feel that. Most present in this. Chaos? A little bit. Kinda. It's a bit of a jumbled mess. It's like layers over layers. Mask, veiled, cyclops, jungle, prismatic, shrouded. Again, I feel a few of these. I think veiled. Jungle I sort of see if I rationalize it enough. But not enough to actually describe it as jungle. Veiled? Shining light. Next. Oh, this one's easy. Joy. Yeah, bosom. Planetary. Nature's gift. Because my very first impression was like, oh boy, it's like the birth of stuff and it's like life energy. Whereas that was, what, 3-4 attempts ago now? Anger. Fury, torment, volcano. Brimstone, shattered. Fault, shattered. Rage incarnate. Or the shattering. Either way. Again, it's one of those toss-ups. Then you. Joy, chaos, relaxation, numbness. A little bit of numbness. Kind of. Cyborg, veil, information, analyzing, monitoring, futuristic. Monitoring. Matrix Watcher. A little bit of numbness because it's like cold, uncaring eye. Now this one. The light, it burns. Blue. Let's go joy. Why not? I can sort of see it present in this. Ocean, sky, womb, destiny, warp, birth. I think I went with birth. Because again, it kind of reminds me a little bit of like end game in a JRPG situation. It's like, oh no, the big bad guy is turning into his 15th form. Look out! Now he's birthing. What do you think this picture is called? Birthplace of Dreams. Monolith Heart. Endless Sea. Going down. Ultraviolet. Birthplace of Dreams. You gotta fight for your future, because oh no, it's the big bad. He's got like 20 forms. Help. Take a look at this. Anger. Depression. Joy. Chaos. Relaxation. Numbness. Chaos, because it's all shattering and explosion. Kind of. A little bit. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Data, broken, eye, disfigured, anarchy, puzzle. Broken, because it's all exploding and such. What do you think this picture is called? Deciphering. I broke you. That is a dumb name. The Crystal Verse. Planar Zone. Picasso Face. I don't really get it. Deciphering. It's all like cyber stuff. Holograms. We're almost done. By the way, we're caught back up now. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? This one's all neat and goopy. Anger, depression, joy, chaos, relaxation, numbness. Ooh. This one was conflicting. Because it's a few different things. It's a little bit of numbness because it's just like bleh. Just everything just there. Present in the picture, I don't know about numbness. But it is a feeling it inspires. Relaxation, not so much. Chaos, absolutely. There is so much going on in this. Jagged edges, melty surfaces. A bubble. All the little light bits. Depression, kind of, because it's like a big goo. Anger, kind of, is like a big angry goo. Chaos, though, because it's a big mess. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Arc? No. Slime? Yes. Vapor? No. Melting? Yes. Drool? Ew. Viscous? Kind of. Melting. What do you think this picture is called? The Jowls of Death. It's the Grim Reaper with jowls. Planet Cradle, I kind of see it, maybe. Planet Forming, Dark Lights, Dead Lights, The Sludge. I get that. Planet Forming, though, because it's like a big goo that's gonna turn into something. Or a melted planet, whichever. Interesting choice. Let's see here. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Anger, depression, joy, chaos, relaxation, numbness, joy, kind of, a little bit. I don't know about the warm color, but it's like space. What word do you feel best describes this picture? Crown, because it's like a big crown. Sword, kind of a sword stabbing down. Laser, kind of a laser stabbing down. Sunlight, there's stars. Eclipse, I don't know. It's got a lot of galaxies, I'm sure there's an eclipse somewhere. Solstice, got a lot of galaxies, I'm sure there's a solstice somewhere. I'm gonna go with crown, because there's a big crown. Some of these feel a little on the nose. What do you think this picture is called? Sonic boom, sonic boom, sonic boom. Yes, I keep making that joke. Red Angel, Solar Blade, I guess I get it. Broken Seal, kind of like this thing's breaking out. Disintegration Chamber. I don't really get it. I'm gonna go Red Angel, because there's a lot of red. And there's a crown. Alright then. Just a few more. This one's kinda neat. Let's see, what emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Anger, depression, joy, chaos, relaxation, numbness. Joy and chaos. But chaos, I think, slightly more, because there's a lot going on. What do you feel best, what word do you feel best describes this picture? Cosmic, sphere, eye, beauty, pearl, gorgeous. I mean, gorgeous feels out of place in all of these. Just a standard adjective. Cosmic, kind of. What do you think this picture is called? Spiral World, Marble of Time. Formless Being, Higher Intelligence, Planar Core. Planar for the second time. Same with the cyber picture. Marble of time, because it's like time is warping. That's surprising. Is it though? Almost finished. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? A little bit of relaxation and a little bit of numbness. It doesn't really inspire much feeling. I'm gonna go numb. What word do you feel best describes this picture? Gaseous, chaos, warped, wave, nebula, jungle. I kind of see these. I'm assuming that jungle is like the shades of green for reasons. It's kind of weird. Gaseous, because yeah, sure, there's wispies and all. Chaos, yeah, a lot of chaos going on. But I think warped, wave, I kind of get because it is kind of wavy in a way. Nebula, yeah. But it's all very warped and you got like stuff layered over stuff. What do you think this picture is called? Vaporous forms, light breaking, soulless space, leaves up close. I don't get that. Verdant path. Again, I'm assuming that's just because of the green overlay. Soulless space. Very good. Is it? Last one. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Anger, depression, joy, chaos, relaxation, numbness. A little bit of joy, a little bit of chaos, because it's like a big musical explosion, or the galaxy and universe. It's a big mess. Hard to say. I'm gonna go chaos though, because there's, again, a lot going on. This big explosion. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Music? A little bit. Choir? I can get it. Voice? Maybe. That would be part of the choir and music. Hollow? Kind of. Solitary? No. Void? Kind of. It's a big void of light. Or something. What do you think this picture is called? The Sound of Silence. Copyright. Empty World, Warp Tunnel. Notes of Harmony, The Static Field, a Warp Tunnel. I think that about wraps it up. Now we get back into the questions, and roughly where the game kept locking up on me last time. Fingers crossed, we actually make it through it this time. Your answers have been documented well. Deep into your subconscious they dwell. But I am not finished with you just yet. There are still some truths that have yet to be met. As a matter of fact, this is only the start. We will have a great deal of fun before we part. So let me challenge you on another level still. I will pick your brain until I get my fill. This next set of questions will test your conscience more. And again your honesty I do implore. Let us begin. Now some of these I may also try to get through a little bit more quickly, provided it doesn't break the game. Because again, I've done these a couple times now. One year you're running a little low on funds to purchase presents around the holidays, so you decide to spend $1, $1, whichever, and get everyone in your family a lottery ticket. You give each of them their own lottery ticket and wish them the best of luck. The drawing is held and one of your family members hits the jackpot, but it's someone who you don't really get along with and just bought a present out of moral obligation. They plan to keep the money all for themselves, as they feel like it was their ticket. How does this make you feel? Angry. They should share the prize. Jealous. I regret buying them a ticket. How dare they? How dare I? Happy. Good for them. Glad they won. Indifferent. That's the way life goes sometimes. Yeah, I mean it sucks, but you know, it's done now. Very well. And what would you wish to do in this situation? Try to steal their ticket for myself, and obviously get caught. Destroy their ticket so no one gets it, and then just come off as a jerk. Would there be legal repercussions for that? Destroying a winning lottery ticket? I don't know how that works. Get them killed so I inherit the money. I don't think that's how that works either. Let them be happy with their winnings, I guess? I mean, it's out of my hands. That's how I treat gifts. I give you something, it's like I wash my hands of it, it's yours now, whatever. If the roles were reversed and you were given a winning lottery ticket, would you share the money with your least favorite family member who bought the ticket in the first place? Yeah, but that's because I'm not a greedy jerk. Well, I mean, I am greedy, but I'm not a jerk about it. I'm generous. I'd give them like 5. I see. Now you're walking through the forest and you come across a black suitcase. Inside the case, there rests $1 million. $1 million dollars? Okay. Alongside the money, there lies a bloodstained note with only one word written on it. The note simply says, "Don't." How does this make you feel? Scared. There's blood in there. Ew. Unsanitary. Anxious. What if someone comes for the money? Excited. I'm about to be rich. Indifferent. None of my business. Well, if somebody comes for the money, I'm not taking that. I might get shanked or something. And what would you wish to do in this situation? Grab the suitcase and run. Take as much money as it could hold and leave the rest. Possibly getting shanked in either case. Call the police and let them know about the suitcase. Leave the suitcase alone and move along. It's not my problem. I mean, call the police and let them know about the suitcase. It's just responsible. If the note wasn't covered in blood, would it change your decision at all? No. Be my luck, I would either get shanked, or oops, it turns out the money is traced. And like, oh no, now I'm the one getting arrested or something. Call the police and let them know about the suitcase. Yeah, smart stuff. Interesting. The devil appears in your room at night while you're alone and just about to fall asleep. Why that's important, I don't know. And he tells you that he has a special one-time offer for you. In exchange for your soul and eternal torment, he will let you choose from one of 3 glorious bargains. He has not told you what those bargains are yet. Not exactly a bargain if you have to go, eternal torment and all. How does this make you feel? Scared the devil is in my room. Oh no. Suspicious. I don't think the devil truly exists. But he's right there in front of you. Fire, brimstone, everything. Intrigued. I wonder what he's willing to offer me. Angry. I want him out. Now. Be gone. I'm burning my floor. The devil then goes on to assure you that whether or not you believe him to truly be the devil, he surely is. And to prove his point, he demonstrates magnificent magical prowess and drags you to heck for a split second before transporting you back to your bedroom. In that second, you could feel a lifetime of pain and suffering in the most unimaginable ways possible. Nifty. He then goes on to tell you that, and I like how they do that to cover the bases of, like, if you don't believe him. He then goes on to tell you of his offers in exchange for your soul to see if you can strike a bargain. Which of these would you choose in exchange for your soul, if any? All the wealth and power in the world, but you can't take it with you, so that's the flaw in that. You'll never age, but can still die from physical injury, so like... Eventually, you'll still die. Petty. Like, even if even if it's some sort of conditional immortality, eventually, planetary decay, stars exploding, something will kill you, and then, oops, there you go. You can bring one person back from the dead. My loophole for this is to bring yourself back, and, maybe that would free you. If you can bring that one person back whenever. So, like, loophole to get out of the deal. But, if that's not the case, or if it's like, hey, I'm back, and then you die again, and then off you go back to him. Like, that's the only one with any kind of potential. Yeah, I don't think I would do that. I don't like the whole eternal torment thing. Sounds kind of painful. And considering he gave me a 1-second taste, it sounds kind of painful. If the devil offered you a deal of some other kind, would you accept it in exchange for eternal torment? No. It sounds kind of painful. I see. Civilization is about to come to an end as a plague sweeps the globe, turning everyone who perishes into mindless zombies who hunger for living flesh. Doesn't explain how they turn into zombies, whether by mystic force or chemical. Or bees. You watch as everyone you know becomes gravely ill and turns, except for five of your closest friends and family. How does this make you feel? Incredibly sad. I don't want the world to end. Well, it's not going to end. It's just a shift until the zombies die out. Excited. I've always fantasized about a zombie apocalypse. Scared. I don't know if I could survive for long. I mean, realistically, probably a lot of people would fall into this unless they were like super prepared, lived in the right places, or like lucked out. Indifferent. This is life now. I just have to get used to people trying to eat my brains. Excited. Always fantasized about zombie apocalypse, which is true. I even have plans. If you knew that a zombie apocalypse was coming in 10 years from now and you could prevent it from happening, would you? Yes. Just because I have plans for it, that doesn't mean I want it to happen. It's messy and smelly. Interesting. You've been working at a company for 10 years and you've been promised a very important and incredibly lucrative promotion. Oh boy. However, someone hired only a number of weeks ago. What number? Is it like 300 weeks ago? Has just been promoted to the position that you were promised. Your boss essentially tells you tough luck and that maybe one day you'll get the position, and he had to promote the other employee as a favor for a friend. How does this make you feel? Angry. I was promised that promotion. How dare you? Jealous. That promotion should have been mine. Betrayed. I can't trust my own employer. I mean, that's just a fact of life right there. Indifferent. Everything happens for a reason. Yeah, but that doesn't make it a good thing. I've been betrayed. How dare you? You've also learned a few secrets about the company that would be disastrous if they were to escape, such as the fact that they haven't been properly reporting their income for the last decade. That's pretty bad. What would you wish to do in this situation? Threaten to report my boss for fraud, and then, get him and the higher-ups angry at me. But it would feel pretty good. Or, don't threaten and just do it. Quit my job and look for new employment. And then, drop a folder near the proper authorities like, oops, important files about that place of employment. Sabotage the new employee to get them fired. Well, they themselves have done me no wrong, technically. Nothing. You win some, you lose some. Quit my job and look for new employment because principles. And then maybe drop the folder. If the roles were reversed and you were hired and promoted as a favor for someone more deserving, someone more deserving, would you accept the position? No, that's just wrong. I'll work for it. Plus, maybe the pay that I'm getting already is fine. I'm not needy. Much. I see. Very interesting. You're home alone at night, cooking your food in your kitchen, and your turn... Cooking at night? Ew. No. And you turn around to realize that someone is watching you through your window in the darkness. Eek. Pervert. They have their face and hands pressed up against the window, and they make direct eye contact with you before turning and running out of sight around the other side of the house. How does that make you feel? Why am I cooking at night? Scared. Where'd they go? Anxious. I don't know what's about to happen. Secure. I'm ready to handle whatever is coming. Protective. I need my family to be okay. Anxious because I don't know what's about to happen. Maybe they're gonna bust in through a door. Maybe Kool-Aid Man's gonna bust in through a wall. Maybe I'm gonna slip. I don't know. Don't know what's gonna happen. And what do you think you'd do in this situation? Lock the doors and call the police. Grab the nearest weapon in the house and prepare myself. I mean, you can do both. At the same time, even. Check to see if everyone in the house was safe. Well, I'm pretty sure if my dogs were, aware of it, they'd be sounding off. run out of the house and go to the neighbors. Well, if you try to do that and the person is still around, they might give chase. That's kinda dumb. I get the idea, but that's kinda dumb. Lock the doors and call the police. A weapon. It's the smart thing to do. If the face you saw in the window was the face of a supernatural entity and not of a human being, would your answers change at all? No? I mean, you'd still want somebody to investigate it, call the police, and, let them sort it out. I'm going to present you with some more potential scenarios, but I'm going to ask for more simplistic answers as a result. Here we go. I really hope the game is stable from here on, because now we're pretty much where the game locked up the first time around. You're not feeling all too well, so you decide to go to the doctor. The doctor runs a series of tests and gets back with you shortly after to announce some grave news. It turns out that you've contracted an incredibly rare illness that there is currently no cure for. This illness causes complete body paralysis within 6 months of contraction. Bummer. Meaning that in less than half a year from now, you will be rendered unable to move, blink, talk, or any form of expression whatsoever. Basically, you'll be comatose. You will need to be kept alive on a feeding tube, and you'll never be able to communicate with anyone else ever again. Just being kept alive on machines in a vegetative state. But why? Who gains from that? Would you want to be kept alive in that state, or would you rather have the plug pulled when that happens? I mean, I'm effectively dead as is. I'm basically in a coma, so like, what's the point in being alive if I'm not present for it? Pull the plug and let me go. Sweet release. How would you like to spend the last 6 months of your life while still mobile? Spending with my friends and family, oh boy, feel goods. Pursuing all of the dreams that I hadn't accomplished yet. I mean, making a game is about the only dream, and I wouldn't exactly be able to do that, as it would take me way longer than 6 months just to learn how to do that. Plus pudding brain would make it a little bit difficult. Make the world a better place. Wallow in self-pity and probably want to die. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Make the world a better place. Put out inspirational YouTube videos or something. Not that anybody would see them, but you know, the attempt was made. There are diseases out there that can put you in that sort of unfortunate situation. Does knowing this motivate you to do things you'd never done before and pursue more from life, or do you feel relatively unaffected by the knowledge that this could potentially happen to you at any point in time? It changes nothing for me because I was already aware of this. I don't know of any specific diseases, but I know of people that just being comatose or otherwise rendered incapable of being alive, effectively. Noted. You have a pet dog whom you've raised since its birth. 3 years has passed, and it's the best dog you've ever had. That's relatable. You love it like it's your own child, and one day he runs away in the middle of the night, chasing after a wild animal in the darkness. Now that's concerning, considering whenever I let my puppy out, it's in a pen. You search everywhere for your dog, but no matter what you do, you can't seem to make any progress. About a month passes, and you still haven't seen any trace of your four-legged friend, until one morning you awaken to the sound of familiar barking. You rush outside to find that your elderly neighbor in his late 80s is out on his front lawn joyously playing with your dog. He has named the beast Johnny. That's a weird spelling of it, but okay. And him and your dog seem to be having the time of their lives. You rush over there and hug your dog, and he excitedly licks your face. Your neighbor says, "Johnny's a good boy, isn't he? I lost him when I was just a boy, about your age. But he's come back. Johnny has come back, and we're together again." Come to find out, your elderly neighbor is suffering from dementia, recently brought on by the stress and heartache of losing his wife just a couple of months prior to finding your dog. This dementia has caused him to believe that your dog, Johnny, that's just the dog's name now, is the old dog from his childhood coming back into his life to make him happy and keep him company. The dog seems to be in great shape, very happy, and well looked after. And you know that telling the old man that it isn't really his dog and that it's your dog would break his heart and crush him. Would you break the news to him that it isn't his dog and take Johnny home with you? Or would you let him keep the dog and choose to visit him daily to play and go for walks? I'd take my dog home with me, for it is my dog and you cannot have him. Plus, the old man has dementia, may not be long for the world, and might eventually just completely forget altogether that the dog was around. And, you know, if me and this neighbor were on good terms, maybe I and the dog could come over for visits. Then I could just remind him, no, this is not your dog. Or I could get him his own Johnny. There are options. It doesn't have to be black and white like, oh no, I'm being cruel and heartless. He's my dog. I value my dog more than people. Does this story make you sad at all? Not particularly, no. I know it should make me sad or feel something, but no, I don't. Like, you know, sorry for the guy and his losses. Can you imagine yourself in the old man's position, being so alone in life and finding one thing that makes you feel less alone and potentially having to face it being ripped away from you once again? Sorry, was distracted with something. I have an imagination, so yes, I can. Next question. Let's say that you were viciously murdered by a serial killer and you fell for one of their traps as they lured you in and made you their latest victim. Okay? Feel like I may have misread some of that, but okay, I get it. Now, let's say that you're given a unique opportunity in the afterlife as you return as a spirit to roam the earth. However, you're bound to two potential options, and only two. You can either choose to haunt your assailant and make his life miserable, hopefully foiling his plans to kill in the future, and potentially save lives in the process, or you can choose to spend your time as a spirit amongst your still living family and friends, guiding them in positive ways and making their lives better. You are bound to whichever option you choose until either your family and friends are no longer living or your killer is no longer living. You cannot choose both. Which would you choose? Do I pass on after that? You don't really give me that detail. But yeah, haunt the killer, just ruin his time. I don't really have any of this to haunt or persuade or whatever. Yeah, haunt the killer. Troll him from beyond the grave. Do you think you have what it takes inside to drive your killer insane and push him over the edge? Heck yes, I do. I've played video games before. Do you believe that this scenario is possible? No, not really. If this situation happened to a friend or family member and they were viciously killed, which situation would you rather them choose? You stick with your friends and family. Let me do the dirty work. Next question. One night, you go to sleep and get a good rest that feels like the best sleep you've ever had. You wake up in an unfamiliar room in an unfamiliar bed. You look at the mirror and hardly recognize yourself. You look as though you've aged 20 years. There's a sticky note on the television screen that says, "Press play." So you oblige the note and hit the play button to reveal a message that has been left for you by all your friends and family that are still alive and well, though they all seem to be 20 years older as well. They explain to you that every single day for the last 20 years you've repeated the same day over and over. Oh boy, I'm Bill Murray in Groundhog Day, except less famous. Due to a severe head injury, your memory doesn't last more than 24 hours, so each day when you sleep, all recollection of what took place 24 hours prior is wiped entirely. What happens when I don't sleep? What happens if I stay awake? Does my mind at the 24-hour mark just go poof? Your loved ones have made a video for you to let you have a say in your potential future. You have the option of either you have the option of either watching this video every single day so that you know what's going on and can continue to progress your life, even though you won't have any recollection of it, or you can choose to continue living as you had been, repeating the same day over and over again, and living in ignorant bliss. Which would you choose? I'll watch the video every day. It'll give me something to do. I mean, either way, I'm not actually going to know because there's a loophole in that. Even if I say, yeah, let me keep watching it, I'm not going to remember. I'd be just as well either way. Would you be upset if your family kept the truth from you for 20 years, even though they felt like it was for your own good? No, because it won't matter, I'm going to forget. If your best friend was in this situation, would you make a video for them telling them the truth, or would you repeat every day exactly the same for them in order to keep them happy, never letting them know the truth? I make a video telling them the truth. Eventually that will get exhausting. Plus, just tell them the truth. I will take note of your answer. I mean, you better be. This is a test. You've come to find through frantic digging in the attic and excuse me, and the reading of old files and newspapers. I think this is where the game first froze up on me. That your parents are famed psychologists. Yeah, like I used to be a psychotic kid that killed people, and then I forgave them or something, and then the game froze. You've also come to find that they aren't really your parents. In fact, they're not even related to you at all. From what you can gather through your new discoveries, a story tells you of a young child who developed psychotic tendencies and went into a trance before murdering their parents in a tragic and brutal way. Or tragically brutal way. Sorry, voice is kind of giving out. Is a big, dark, and mysterious character. I feel like giving them a deep and dark, mysterious voice. And so, I pay for that. However, that child suffered so much trauma from the event of the loss of their parents, once the trance had worn off, that they repressed the memory of their parents' deaths, blocking it completely from their mind. 2 psychologists took the child into treatment and performed studies against the child's knowledge, raising that child to be a fully functional adult, while playing the role of the child's real parents to further gather data and potentially help that child avoid a terrible life in the process. You are that child. Gasp. Would you resent your parents? No, they helped me. Would you be grateful that they gave you a second chance at life? Probably. I mean, I'm not like arrested in an asylum, anything like that. I am normal. Although the question does come up of like, technically at some point I did still kill people, like, any kind of punishment for that, or have I already atoned? Would you feel betrayed by your parents? Probably not. I just gotta roll with things. Would you confront your parents about the articles you found? Probably. Like, hey, look what I found. If you were in your parents' position, would you do the same for a child in a similar situation? That's a lot of responsibility. But if it's to help somebody, I guess maybe? Or do you mean like the hiding of the information? I don't know. This feels unclear here. Probably, like, if I were the parents there, already established psychologist, etc., etc., yeah. Interesting. This is the point? Yeah, that's what I thought, because from here on, it's all new stuff. I never got that previous question there. I have one final scenario before we move on. Okay. The end of the world has come and gone, and all that is left are post-apocalyptic soldiers roaming the lands, combing through the towns, and laying waste to any survivors in their paths, in hopes of claiming their equipment for themselves in order to survive this harsh, barren wasteland known as planet Earth. What am I doing on Earth? Also, this is just Fallout. You get in good with a large colony of soldiers and spend about 6 months with them before they decide that you're not pulling your weight, and in order to save the very few food rations they have left, they exile you from the compound and send you out to fend for yourself. Okay. You decide to venture into a neighboring town in hopes of finding food that was left behind by raiders, and it only takes you about a day and a half before you strike gold. A hidden underground bunker stockpiled to the brim with enough food to feed an entire colony for a year. Now you have a few choices to make. Would you go back to the colony and tell them about the bunker, or would you stay in the bunker all by yourself? Screw you guys, this is my stuff. Lock the bunker up, feed myself. Maybe they won't find it. I mean, everybody's been scouring everything so far, and they didn't find it, so may as well. If you could choose to only tell some of the soldiers about the bunker and let them in so you could lead a new colony, but exile the soldiers who exiled you, would you do it? No. Screw you guys. Every person for themselves. And again, I don't mind the solitude, so you know. If you were to lead a new colony, would you build it based on savagery and raiding, or would you build it based on sharing and compassion? Sharing and compassion. Savagery and raiding is too much trouble. We gotta work together, guys. If you were the leader of the colony that exiled you, except it was you who exiled someone else and who wasn't pulling their weight, and that person just so happened to find themselves in a similar situation where they found a jackpot worth of food in an underground bunker, but they refused to share with you in the colony, would you raid them and steal it for yourselves, or would you let them keep what they found? Very interesting. Yeah, they can have it. Whatever. I mean, eventually they'll die out anyway, or the food will spoil and then we'll all feel like crap. I'll eventually get dethroned, exiled, killed, something. I'll get what's coming to me. It's Fallout. I probably don't want to be part of that world anyway. That's all for that portion of the test. But I need more from you before I will allow you to rest. A choice here, a choice there. Which would you rather? Moral dilemmas abound from what I can gather. And you will answer clearly, crisp, and concise. Will you be selfish, or is your conscience a vice? In just mere moments from now, we both shall see. The difference between who you are and who you wish to be. Yeah, boy, the surreal noises again, it's all spooky. Ooh, deep toes. Despite going through the game twice, the stream's still 20 minutes ahead of when it froze. Neat. Let us begin. Would you rather abandon the person you love most, or be abandoned by the person you love most? Be abandoned, I guess. Would you rather have friends in high places who could get you anything you wanted but didn't necessarily care about you? Or friends who couldn't give you anything but they feel a deep personal bond? That's a good question. Friends in high places who could give me anything that didn't necessarily care. Are they willing to give me these things? I'll take the friends in high places, please. I like things. I don't mind living in solitude. Would you rather find 10,000 monies and get to keep it for yourself, or find 20,000 monies but have to split it 4 ways with your closest friends and family? I do like money, and I don't have the rest of those things. Unless you're just magically conjuring up these. I'm gonna take the money. That way I can buy friends. Would you rather cheat on your partner? I wouldn't actually buy friends. I would just take the money, invest it, something like that. Would you rather cheat on your partner but never get caught, or know that your partner cheated on you but have no way of proving it? E. Get cheated on with no evidence to prove it, and then just say, it's not you, it's totally you. And then, separate. Or just say, I'm bored, I'm leaving now. Would you rather get rich through illegal means, or be poor but live an honest life? Illegal? No thank you. How poor am I? Would you rather press a button that would kill your favorite pet, or press a button that would kill your favorite family member? Family member, because I don't have any. Would you rather get fired from a high-paying job, or have to fire your friends from a high-paying job? Ew. Wait, friends, plural? Well, that's unfair. With this one, it's one person getting fired. With this one, it's multiple. 2 or more. That's off balance. I don't like that one. But fair chance, if I had a high-paying job for any amount of time, I would probably have stockpiled my money and would be okay, at least for a time. And it depends on what I'm getting fired for. I guess I'll do that rather than, betraying multiple friends. Would you rather sleep with your step-sibling or sleep with your best friend's partner? Like sleeping in bed, or like wink wink nudge nudge? Well, I mean, it's already there. Both of these are kind of questionable. But at least with this one, we're not actually related. Yeah, both of these feel weird. But this one would be a betrayal of trust with the best friend and all that, so Would you rather sleep... Plus, we can just imagine it, like sleeping in the same bed and, like, not getting weird. Would you rather save your best friend from certain death and let 1,000 strangers die? Or... Oh, this is the trolley issue, ain't it? Or save 1,000 strangers and let your best friend die? Oh, no. This is a dilemma that many have tried to figure out. The needs of the many, and all that. I mean, typically a lot of best friends would say, let it happen to me, save the peoples, and all that. Would you rather get free food for the rest of your life, or rescue a starving child from a third world country? With free food for the rest of my life, I could rescue a starving child from a third world country. You didn't think this one through, sir. Or madame. Or eldritch thing. Whatever. Would you rather be rich but without family, or poor but with family? Rich without family, please. I already don't have that. Then I'm just rich. Would you rather have to steal food for the rest of your life in order to eat, or steal enormous amounts of money from the wealthy but have to destroy the money immediately after? So be Aladdin, or be, the Joker. Such a travesty, though. Burning, money. Or destroy. I mean... Either way, I'm stealing. Theft of money is quite the bad thing, in my opinion, but... I'm knocking down the wealthy. So why not? Let's have some fun. Mess with the economy. Would you rather serve 4 years in the military during wartime, or move to a third world country and never be allowed to return home? Neither one of these sounds all that great. But at least with this, like, I don't know, maybe I could be a cook. Not have to worry about being on the front lines or anything. You're not saying what position I am. Would you rather always be traveling 10 miles above the speed limit, or 10 miles per hour below the speed limit? What's some weird whisper? Let's go below, because I'm not up for speeding. Would you rather never have sex for the remainder of your life, or have to have sex every day in order to stay alive? Oh, jeez. I'm sure many people would be fine with that one, but I'm fine with the not. I don't want to have to do anything every single day to stay alive. So maybe eat. I do like eating. Would you rather be addicted to hardcore drugs for 10 years but make a full recovery, or addicted to alcohol for the rest of your life? Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Either way, your body is going to be wrecked for the rest of your life. Like, even people that do the hard drugs and make the full recovery, like, they always have lingering effects. Whether it's organ damage or mental stuff. Alcoholism, that's just terrible in its own way. Ugh. But at least with this, I guess I would be clean afterward and full recovery, so like I could improve. I don't like either of those choices. Would you rather live to be 200 years old in a perfectly preserved youthful body and have to watch your friends and family die around you, or live to be 70 but die before your friends and family? 200 years old? That's a downgrade, isn't it? Huh. Well, either way, at least I'm outliving people. I don't have anybody to outlive, so I could watch the people around me. Would you rather sacrifice all your friends in order to survive, or sacrifice both of your parents? And they live good lives, I'm sure, whoever these magic parents are. Would you rather get acknowledged for work that you didn't do, or work hard for the rest of your life but not receive any praise for it? I mean, I kind of already do this. So, kind of a no-brainer. Plus, you don't do good things just to get acknowledged for it. A good deed, its own reward, yada yada yada. Would you rather punch a nun or get punched by a nun? We bring this one back from, I think, both games? Maybe? I think both of the previous games brought up the nun punching. I mean, it's kind of rude to just go up punching a nun, so I guess I'll get punched by a nun. It doesn't say where. I could let them punch me in the chest. Plus, it's a nun. They're not supposed to be all that violent. I don't think. I don't know much about nuns. I wouldn't assume that they would be all that strong. Get punched. Yeah. I can take it. Maybe they punch me in the arm. Would you rather lose all of the money you've earned this year, or lose all of the memories you've gained this year? All the memories I've gained this year, because I already don't have much of a memory anyway. Or the I mean, we're not that far into the year. I guess I'm okay losing the memories. Because again, ADD, I don't have much of a memory. Plus, I don't think I've had any major memories. I'll take this. Would you rather flip a coin for a chance to win 20, or immediately win 10? I'll keep the, I mean, as much as a bigger number would be. Nice. I think I'll take the guaranteed. Would you rather know how you die, or when you'll die? Ooh. That's another one of those dilemmas. If you know when you'll die, maybe it motivates you to do more with your life up until that point. Or maybe you'll be dreading the day. If you know how you'll die, well, then it might turn into a self-fulfilling prophecy where you're like, oh no, I'm gonna get run over by a car, and then you're like constantly evading things, and then you get run over anyway because, oh no, I jumped out of one car but into another. I'll go for the win. Would you rather be blind but be able to see crystal clear underwater, or be deaf always? Oh my. Well, the workaround there is that I could wear goggles that always have water in them. Permanently deaf. I like hearing things. I like seeing things too. I like having senses. This is a tough one. At least with the being blind, I could listen to music still. Yeah. I go blind except for underwater and then just wear water-filled goggles. Or saline. Whatever. Would you rather give up all internet and social media, but be able to travel the world for free? Or have the best internet in the world for free, but never leave your house? That's a no-brainer. I'll take the best internet and never leave home. I do YouTube and live streams and stuff like that. Mostly as a hobby, but still. Of course, I'll never leave my house. What would I do for money? Like, the traveling for free is kind of nice. Eventually, you wouldn't really need the internet stuff. You could just travel and be one of those, like, nomadic type persons. Technically, for that, you could travel for free. Just walk. But I'm going for the internet, though. Would you rather walk barefoot across the bed of hot coals, or walk barefoot through a pitch-black snake-infested corridor? Well, that just sounds dangerous. Pitch black and snake infested. I'm gonna step on so many snakes, and then, like, oops, I'm bitten. Granted, it doesn't say that they are venomous or anything, but, still risky. Of course, I could shuffle my feet, but I'm still probably gonna tick off some snakes. Barefoot across a bed of hot coals, like, you can do that. You can walk barefoot across a bed of nails. So long as you're doing it right, well, you can sit on it. I don't know about walking. Point is, it's all about doing it just so. I'll go across the hot coals, please. Worst case scenario, they get a little bit blistered. Would you rather be the judge who sentences people to death, or the executioner in charge of killing them? Ew. I mean, either way, you're causing people to die. But I think I would rather be the executioner. Bag over the head, otherwise hidden from the people, so I don't gotta worry quite as much about being hated as a deplorable person who ends life. And, much easier job. All you gotta do is flip a switch. Would you rather have a witch cast a nasty hex on you so you'll always have bad luck, or be haunted by a demon intent on possessing you? Huh. I mean, these sound like roughly the same outcome for me. I'll take the witch. Maybe at a later point, I can turn that bad luck against her. Or butter her up so she, removes it or something. Would you rather be married to someone incredibly beautiful who doesn't find you attractive? Or be married to someone whom you're not even remotely attracted to, but they find you incredibly attractive? Huh. Neither of these sound good. Well, do they care about me at least? They don't have to find me attractive, but they could, like, for whatever bizarre reason, think I've got a good personality? Whatever. Neither of those sounded all that great. It was like a 50-50 thing. Just pick one. They're both basically the same. It's not going to be a happy marriage. Would you rather work a high-paying job that you despise, or a low-paying job that you love doing? Do a job you love and you never work a day in your life and all that thing? I'll take the low-paying. Or the high-paying that I hate. Actually, that one's kind of tough. How much do I hate it? Because I do like high pay. Am I treated well? I need details. I'll go for the low paying. I'm pretty low maintenance. I don't need a lot of things. Would you rather walk 1 mile home wearing nothing but a pair of socks, or be fully clothed but have to walk 100 miles to get home? Now, is this just once, or what? Do I have to worry about being seen by people? Because you get the whole, oops, I'm naked, and then suddenly you find yourself being arrested. Like, that's a bit of an issue. Huh. The 100 would be good exercise, though. Yeah, let's just assume. Like, oops, I've been plopped down somewhere. And I just gotta walk home. I'll take the 100 miles fully clothed. Just because that sounds more comfortable. This one I could, like, no time at all. Like, short trip. But again, I had to worry about, like, am I gonna be seen? Am I gonna get arrested? Are people going to assault me? Is there gonna be a bear? I don't know. This one I get exercise. I like exercise. I don't get nearly enough of it. Would you rather find $5 in your pocket or have to grab 100 out of a public toilet? I mean, it doesn't say I don't get a glove. It doesn't say there's anything in the public toilet. And I keep sanitizer handy. I'm taking the big money. Would you rather have 100 of your favorite books but never watch a movie again? Or have 100 of your favorite movies but never read a book again? I already don't read a lot, so I give up the books for the movies. Plus, I can always read stuff off the internet. Loopholes. Would you rather always be 20 minutes late to everything or 2 hours early to everything? Man, that's a waste of 2 hours, but yeah. I prefer being early. I'm obnoxiously... I don't know if obnoxious is the best word, but yeah, kind of... I'm very precise with my timing. If I say I'm going to show up at this time, I show up on the dot. Like, I'm very good at planning around timing, travel, etc. And if there's any sort of a gathering, or whatever, or if I make a plan, I show up either exactly on time, or with plenty of time to spare. Never late. Not unless something just really big gets in my way. Yeah, I'd rather take the 2 hours early, then I can just sit there and twiddle my thumbs, and everybody else shows up and is like, oh, hey, where have you been? Would you rather find a dead body or be witness to a deadly assault? Yeah, I'll find the dead body. Because either way, there's going to be like with this one, oh no, I've witnessed a deadly assault, and now I found a dead body. So like either way, but if I find the dead body, I'm like, help, police, a dead body, and then my job is done. Would you rather be able to change your past to see what the future holds for you? Or see what the future holds for you? Yeah. Well, earlier we asked if I had any, regrets or whatever. Like, yeah, let's make those minor changes to the past so absolutely no regrets. The future is whatever, I just kind of roll. Would you rather have one really great friend or 100 mediocre friends? I'll have the one, the quality over quantity. Would you rather lose all of your teeth or lose 1 day off your life every time you kissed someone? I'll lose this, the 1 day off my life for each kiss, because I already don't kiss. It's gross. Don't like the sound. Would you rather win the lottery and lose it? Would you rather win the lottery and lose the ticket before you can claim your money, or see your worst enemy win the lottery? Ugh. Keep it away from the worst enemy, whoever that may be. I'll lose my ticket. I'll live in regret, but at least that jerk didn't get it. Would you rather find true love or have your dream job? Dream job, please. Would you rather have a pause button for life or a rewind button? Ooh, that's a tricky one. Now, is that a pause button where I can just pause everything and then walk around and do whatever? Cause mischief? Be a hero? Be a villain? Eat donuts? And how far can I rewind? Because I could rewind a long time. And then fix things. That's a tough one. That is a very tough one. Ooh. If it's a short rewind, like rewind just in time to redo a moment, then I'll go for the pause. Then again, if I were to rewind like way back, then I have to worry about time progressing again. I'll go for the pause. Live in the now. Kind of. Well, yeah. Literally live in the now. Time is paused. There is no past or future. It's only the present. Would you rather drown to death in gasoline or be boiled to death in water? Ugh. One's excruciating, and then the other's, I guess, a little bit faster. I mean, does it matter what I'm drowning in? Is there something special about gasoline that makes the drowning particularly bad? Or be boiled to death like, oh, my everything. And that would take longer too, I think. I'll go for the drowning, I guess. Is that supposed to dissolve lungs or something? Would you rather make a new friend every day or get $100 a day for doing nothing but never have friends again? Well, I already don't have the friends, so I guess I'm good with that. I get paid to just be me. Yay! And that fixes me up for the internet thing earlier. Cool. Like, who needs to make a new friend every single day? That sounds tedious. And you wouldn't be able to keep up with them. Would you rather die to save your family or sacrifice your family to save yourself? Give my life to save my family and I come off as a hero. Sacrifice my family to save my own life and I come off as a jerk who's selfish. But again, with the lack of that thing, I don't know. What's the sacrifice? Am I going to die immediately? Well, you all lived good lives. Would you rather always be hated by those closest to you for something you didn't do, or have hurt everyone you care about, but they'll never find out it was you? Be hated for something I didn't do, hurt everyone without being blamed. What am I hurting them with? Emotional damage? Physical? And hated for something I didn't do. Do we still get along, or are they just like seething hatred for me at all times? This is very similar to the crime one earlier. One of the various crime ones, like getting away with it or not. Because I'm oddly enough, I am already, I've had various people throughout my life who hated me or otherwise felt ill toward me for things that I didn't do. Or things I didn't know I did. So I guess I'm kind of already used to this one. But hurting people without being blamed depends on what it is. I don't know. I'll take the hate. Would you rather sleep with your worst enemy, or sleep with someone who you know has many incurable STDs? Who is this worst enemy that I have? And again, are we like sleeping together, or is it like just taking a nap? Because if we're just taking a nap, like either way, you stay on your side of the bed and keep those to yourself. Or with the worst enemy. Who's my enemy? I don't know, I'll do the thing where I stay clean at least. Would you rather only eat foods you don't like, or give up all liquids except for water? Ha-ha! Give up all liquids except for water because I already only drink water. It's part of my diet. Plus, it doesn't say, I can't have carbonated water, flavored water. It just says water. Would you rather always listen to music at max volume, or always listen to music just above the lowest volume? Oh, either way it's an ear strain. Either you're straining to hear, or you're straining to keep your hearing. Oh, gives you a lot of these in this, doesn't it? Which extreme do I want? Well, I mean, I used to listen to things at max volume. Often to drown things out. So I could probably tolerate. I might have to get some different headphones, though. My current ones are pretty good about being loud, and I have to keep the manual, they got a little volume wheel on them. I usually have to keep that kind of low. Yeah, I go very low volume. For the white noise. Plus, it's talking about music specifically. And while I do like music, I don't really listen to it as much lately. It's just the music that I play before and after streams. Would you rather meet your hero and find out that they don't like you, or never meet your hero at all? I guess never meet my hero? Do I have a hero? I mean, I've already not met my hero, whoever my hero is. Would you rather never have a pet for the rest of your life, or never have friends for the rest of your life? I already don't have them! Yay, I get to keep my pets. Would you rather live... Seriously, I'm perfectly fine in solitude. Would you rather live in excruciating pain for the rest of your life? That sounds excruciating. Or live pain-free, but everyone you know and love will live in excruciating pain for the rest of their lives. Closest I've gone to loved ones are my pets. And I think it means people. So I'll let the imaginary loved ones deal with it, I suppose. It sounds really mean with that, but like, I'm looking for loopholes. Thank you for answering my questions, but we are not done yet. Okay? Just don't lock up, that's all I'm asking. For we have made it through many categories, except for one. These final questions will be from deep within. I want to see your soul. Well, if you find it, let me know. I want to see your heart beat quicken. I want to learn all that you know. Okay? I want to see what makes you think. My brain. It's electric pudding. I want to know what makes you tick. An alarm clock. It's a wind-up. Actually, it's digital. It's battery-powered. I want to know your darkest truths. I want to know what makes you sick. Like, germs or, like, what? Because concepts don't typically make me sick. I'm real friggin' jaded. I want to expel the truth from yourself. Okay? I want to feed on your precious fate. Fate was in the last game, guy. I want to learn all of your love. Good luck on that. And bathe in all of your hate. Somebody's moody. So one last time we sit together as we await the final revelation. That's the name of the game! These are the last questions I have. The last examination. Take your time. Do think hard. Savor every moment dearly. For when I am finally finished with you, you will see it all ever so clearly. And here we go. Nah, we're back to the shrieking. Choose one of these words that you feel resonates with you most in this very moment. Morbid, destructive, insane, unclean, volatile, impetulant. It's all very negative. Is that why we're playing the music? Or the ambient shrieking? There's something to make you feel weird. Huh, it's a tough one. Unclean? No. I am specifically clean, for I showered before the stream. Volatile? No. Impetulant. I forget offhand what that means. Morbid? I do have a morbid sense of humor, so I guess we can go with that. Choose one of these words that you feel resonates with you most in this very moment. Again? Alright. Curious, intrigued, fascinated, interested, inquisitive. This is all roughly the same. I am inquisitive. Kind of. You're the inquisitive one, really. I'm answering, but I'm inquisitive about your inquisition. Do you ever lie to those who are closest to you? I try not to, no. Have you ever hurt someone whom you know didn't deserve it? No. I try not to hurt people. No, I can't say that people didn't get hurt as a result of me doing or saying a thing, but never did I ever do it on purpose. No, not knowingly. Have you ever lost your temper when you know you shouldn't have? Yeah, but I feel like that's something that happens to everybody. It's stress and all that. Have you ever intentionally hurt an animal? Does discipline count as hurt? You know, like a little quick pop to make them stop doing a thing? I mean, for the most part, I use a little squirt bottle, but like sometimes you don't have that and you can go like pop on the paw. Does that count? I feel like maybe not. No? It probably means like actual harm. So like, no. I like my animals. Have you ever blamed someone for something that you know they didn't do? No? I don't think so. Have you ever abandoned a pet? No. Have you ever abandoned a loved one in their time of need? No. That requires having one, but like, no. Like if I'm needed. Or I guess if they need. Have you ever stolen something from someone that you cared about? No. It's wrong to steal. Unless you're stealing glances. Have you ever broken something to spite someone that you cared about? No. I don't like breaking stuff. You know, not unless I'm like getting ready to throw it away or something. Have you ever played the victim in a situation even though you hadn't been wronged? If I have, I don't recall. Have you ever had romantic feelings for someone who wasn't your partner while you were in a relationship? Nope. Have you ever wished for the death of someone who had wronged you? Have I? I don't think so. Maybe minor harm or something. Have you ever wished for the death of a loved one? No. If you knew that writing someone's name on a piece of paper could instantly cause their death, would you write down anyone's name? So what, are we Death Note now? Any repercussions? Do I have to worry about like, oh no, I'm going to the nether realm because I did this thing? I've shortened my lifespan because of something. Anything like that, or does it just done and then I go about my merry way? Because like I could do good in the world with this. Then again, that was the mentality in Death Note. Yes. Do you feel like you could spend more time with your loved ones than you currently do? No, I'm good. Have you ever owed someone an apology but refused to apologize to them? No. Usually when I know that I need to apologize for something, I do pretty much immediately. Do you ever regret worrying too much about things you can't control? Regret worrying? No, not really. Like, I acknowledge that sometimes I would worry too much. Do you ever feel like your negativity brings other people down? I don't think so. Usually whenever I'm negative enough, people just tell me to shut up. Do you ever regret not standing up for yourself when you feel you've been wronged? Yeah, I'm sure a couple of times at some point. I can't think of anything offhand. Do you ever feel like you let others influence your decision-making too much? Nah. I like to make my own decisions for the most part. Do you ever wish that you lived a more honest life? Why, like honest as in being honest in this test? I think of myself as a fairly honest person. Has your dishonesty ever caused someone else to suffer? Again, I think of myself as a fairly honest person. No. Have you ever had someone leave your life before you... Excuse me. Have you ever had someone leave your life before you had the chance to tell them something important? Important? Important. Be nice if they could define important in this situation. Important to me, important in general, important to the person. Not really. Do you ever feel like you prioritize people in your life that are unworthy of your time? No, not really. I'm picky. Do you ever feel like you prioritize your own wants before those who need you most? No, I am like low on the list of priorities. Do you ever feel like you spend too much time working towards something that you're not truly passionate about? That one's kind of hard because I don't... Like, the one thing I don't like, one of the things I don't like about myself is that I'm not really passionate about anything. I lack the passion, the spark, the drive. But again, I kind of blame at least some of that on the ADD. It makes it complicated, you know? I don't think so. Usually whenever I do something, it's because I want to. I don't know about passion. Do you feel like you're living up to your full potential? No. I don't know what my full potential is, but fair chance I am not living up to it. Do you ever let your fears stop you from pursuing things that you truly want? Fears is a strong word, but I suppose... I don't know what else I could be doing, but I'm sure there's something. Have you ever refused to try something because you were afraid that you would fail? No. Like, failing is kind of the point to doing things. Fail. Do it again, maybe do better. Wash, rinse, repeat. Have you ever been attracted to someone but refused to let them know because you were afraid of being rejected? No, I don't do people. Do you ever feel as though you're chasing the wrong things in life? Yes and no? Define chasing things. I do occasionally feel like chasing the YouTube thing or the live streams and all of that. Like, it's not really getting me anywhere. But I like doing it at the very least as a hobby. That aside, I guess no. Maybe. Nuh-uh. I'm conflicted on this one. Because it does say ever. And by technicality, yes. But it's still stuff that I enjoy doing, so I don't know that I would say wrong. I'm gonna go with no. Do you ever feel like you spend so much time planning for the future that you ignore the present? Ooh. No? I wouldn't say that I ignore it. I occasionally miss details, but it's usually stuff that I'm able to turn around and rectify. Do you feel like your friends and family like you more than you like them? Again, with the lacking, but oh. Yeah, I guess. Have you ever loved a pet more than your family? I mean, I do like animals more than people. Do you ever make up excuses to get out of going to an event instead of just telling the person who invited you that you just don't want to go? No. I mean, I may have reasons, but like, they're usually legitimate reasons, like, I'm too exhausted to do that thing. But I guess that still counts as just telling them that you don't want to go. Or otherwise cannot go. Do you ever feel like you spend more time with technology than you do building stronger bonds with your friends and family? Probably. Have you ever defended someone that you shouldn't have? I don't think so. I can't really remember when I've ever needed to defend somebody for anything. Do you sometimes have a hard time admitting when you're wrong? No. Like, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If you make a better point, cool. Do you ever place the blame for your personal failures on someone or something else? Personal failures? No. Yes? No? What if it's a personal failure that's brought about because of somebody else? Like, legitimately. Would that still be just my failure? I suppose it is my action, my process. I would only be to blame. It's only somebody else's fault if they, like, ram into you and, like, oops, you broke it. If it's just purely personal failures, I guess no. Have you ever accused someone of something with no real evidence to back it up? No? Have you ever had sex with someone whom you know you shouldn't have? No. Why would you? Have you ever had any kind of relationship with someone whom you know you shouldn't have? No. Why would you? Is that like a red flags person, or like what? Have you ever let a relationship degrade because you were afraid of being the one to break up with someone? No. If it's not working out, it's not working out. Do you ever feel like you could take better care of your own health? Absolutely. Have you ever let someone else take the blame for something that you did? I don't think so. Have you ever acquired something that you didn't really want just because someone else wanted it? No? Thinking. I have gotten some things on whims because somebody else had, wanted, or otherwise was dealing with it, but That's usually because I actually wanted it. So, yeah, no. If I don't want something, I don't go after it. Do you ever feel like you're not living up to others' expectations? No. I don't know who has expectations for me. Have you ever walked out of someone's life without any explanation? No. Do you ever feel like you focus more on the negative aspects of your life and what you don't have rather than being grateful for what you do have? I mean, everybody has those low points where they just get caught in a rut like that, thinking about the negatives, so yes. Although it is still good to be grateful for what you do have, even if you only have a little, or if you have a lot. Have you ever witnessed someone being wronged but didn't have the courage to stand up for them? Wronged in what way? Some of these are social situations with, things that I cannot quite relate to. And the wording, didn't have the courage to stand up. Like, no? And finally, do you feel like you're a good person? Do I feel like I'm a good person? No, I'm awful. Very interesting. I try to be a good person. I try to be a positive person. Well, not positive, like upbeat, anything like that. Just a decent. And suddenly everything goes silent. That concludes the ending to your examination. In your mind, I have dug myself a hole. Ew, get out. I will analyze your answers very carefully. And now it's time for me to gaze into your soul. Good luck in there. This is preposterous. This simply cannot be. I have expected every potential outcome, but yours seems to have evaded even me. Yes, I am a mystery, aren't I? I was prepared to tell you of your fate, to play upon your fear. But your answers are just so all over the place I don't know what to make of it. To break the worst of news to you, to plant seeds of doubt within your ear. But as I have asked you to be honest with me, I must in turn be just as honest with you. For as much as I wish to lie, I'm forever shackled to the truth. From what I can deduct from deep within, from everything you've shared with me. In return, I shall share this with you. This is what I see. People would do real well to start taking you a bit more seriously and listening to you a lot more often. Oh? Your intelligence is incredibly underrated, even by your own standards. Is it? I have doubts. If a here we go, referencing things. If a zombie apocalypse were to ever occur, you'd be everyone's best friend because their relationship with you wouldn't be an option. It would simply be a necessity to survive. Possibly. You have so much to offer to this world and those around you, but you absolutely must make your talents and knowledge readily available. People are too afraid to ask for your opinion oftentimes. Even when they do, they're afraid of your truths. You're not like others. You're special. No, when you say special, not everyone is going to cut it in this life, and that's an unfortunate fact. But you, now you, on the other hand, are going to thrive no matter what happens. Okay, when is this thriving going to happen? Because I'm not feeling it. You've got what it takes to take any project to the next level, whether it's working on your own or as part of a team. You're underrated, you're underappreciated, and you're often misunderstood. This is very similar to what the first test said. It's not fair, but life isn't fair, and it never will be. Life will always be what you make of it, or what you make it, and you've got some insane amounts of potential. Ultimately, it's still up to you what you do with it. One thing I will say, however, is that you need to snap out of the false reality you tend to live in sometimes. The world you've managed to escape to in your head, while much better than the world around you, is not going to get you where you want to go in life. I think the second test said this. One moment, I need a drink. Yeah. Actions are what make things happen. Actions will take you to the next level, not just sitting in your head all day long. This is also true, but try telling that to anybody with ADD and you'll get funny looks. Let this be the swift kick in the butt you need in order to be productive and take things to the next level. Don't waste any more time, just kick butt. Your secret word is orderly. Remember this word, this will come in handy. Well, I think this game is like a year or so old. But yay! We've finally, after 3-4 tries, finally managed to clear the quiz, the test, the thing. Still, 15 minutes left of the stream. Now, would it be worth it to start up the next one? Or should I just go ahead and put that off until the next time? Because my voice is kind of going already. If you received an ending that you've already received before from previous examinations, remember, we did not ask your secret words prior to taking this test. So that should be very telling. It means something very special. If your result was the same as something you've got previously, we'd like to add the phrase twin words next to your secret word in the comments. So I do wonder if maybe some of this is scripted. Since they have this, they must have similar endings in some of the games, or at the very least in this one, because it did have a few of the same questions. And it did have, there were large chunks of that there at the end that was, from both games. If you received an entirely new outcome, then that means that you've got multiple layers of things to work on in your journey. Or you may just have an extra layer of depth in your personality. Oh boy. Just vague enough to work. But only you will know the answer to that. You've answered hundreds of questions. Was it hundreds? I never really took count. You've found deeper meanings. You've been enlightened, and you've helped others find enlightenment. Have I? Many people have wondered just what the test series is truly about. It's a personality quiz, woo. But it's simple. The answers are always so much more simple than we believe them to be. The test is about me. You. Yay, I'm special. The reflection in your darkened screen. The one who seeks the answers. The person who seeks answers. More than being about the answers, the test is more so about the questions. It's about making you think. It's about encouraging you to open up and admit that you're human. Ew. No, I'm not human. That's just rude. Just as human as everyone else. Rude! The test is about unity. I prefer Unreal. The test is about compassion. The test is about bringing people together and showing the world that we're not so different after all. We're not so different, you and I, hero and villain. Look at all the secret words that have been left in the comments. Look at all the thousands of people who are just like you. Ew. We all feel so lonely sometimes. We all feel flawed. We all feel pain. But that's because every single one of us is human. The world judges one another based on so many variables. But they're the most hypocritical set of variables imaginable. We judge each other and are judged ourselves by our peers who do the same exact crap that they judge us for in the end. Snarky. And that we judge them for too. You feel flawed because you are flawed. Everybody's got flaws. You feel afraid because you have a right to be. I don't know about afraid. Nervous, anxious, things like that. I don't process fear quite the same way. You feel overwhelmed because this world is overwhelming. Can be. Depression is overwhelming. Anxiety is overwhelming. Our problems are overwhelming. Suicide is an epidemic. Indeed, we are losing loved ones before their time. And any one of us can fall on the hardest times in our lives at any given moment. We can lose everything we know and love instantly and unexpectedly. But one thing that we are not is alone. But you can always reach out to people. Whoa. You are never alone. We're all flawed because we're all human. We're all scared because we're all human. We all fight these battles every single day because we're all human. But you never have to feel alone in your fight. Look at all of the secret words that have been gathered that match yours. Look at all the words that don't match yours. Perhaps those people are going through struggles that you have yet to experience or know nothing about. And perhaps some others know not of yours either. But don't judge those who are struggling. Help them, just as you'd wish to be helped in your time of need. Don't be afraid to ask for help, and reach out to those who are. Everyone is suffering. Some of us just suffer quieter than others. We are all in this together. The test series has helped bring so many people together and make so many people feel less alone. We've read your comments, and others are free to do so as well. We've read about how these games have helped you. We've read about how much positivity they've spread. We've read how many people say that their lives are forever changed, and I'll tell you one thing. If even one life was saved in the process of this social experiment, then it was worth conducting, and every single one of you that left a comment is a hero. By leaving comments, you help spread the message out to others. You helped spread a positive light in a very dark time for so many people, and those people who have you to thank for it. There are so many people in this world who do nothing for others, and they'll continue to do nothing for others. They won't lift a finger to help others around them because they don't understand that someone is suffering just as much as they are. They're just too afraid to open up about it. But not us. We've all opened up quite a lot, haven't we? We were brave enough to answer these questions that so many people fear admitting to. We were brave enough to take a chance and leave a secret word as a symbol of our participation. And for that, Random Studios, still like the name Random, would like to thank you by not only placing your name in the credits at the end of this game, so the world knows of your good deeds in spreading the word and participating, but we've also got another surprise for you. Everyone who has left a comment on our titles, and continues to do so on future titles, will be put into the credits of our new, massive project that we've been working on. But that's not the good part. We also will be going through and selecting names from those who leave comments on all of our titles, and putting their names right into the actual game and storyline, whether it be a special item, a piece of the lore, or a character named after them, and much more. You've contributed your time and energy, and helped others in need. We want to make sure you're commemorated for your efforts and get the admiration you deserve. Now, as far as your secret words go, your secret words will play a pivotal role in our new project. You will plug your secret words into different parts of your journey when they are requested of you, and they will alter the game in a way uniquely set for your specific words. I wonder if that's the fourth game. If so, that means that I would not be able to do that today, as I would need to go fetch all of the words. I can't quite recall them. This is an RPG where every choice matters, where every decision you make changes something about your session. This is an RPG that focuses on every human emotion, and the decisions we make, and how those decisions make us feel. Keep an eye out in the future for our main project, Chasing Demons. Okay, not what I thought. Where every NPC from all our titles will be represented with a storyline, and the world will get to see how they all tie in together. You helped shape it. You helped make it what it is. And we will be sure to continue to add more and more players into the lore and gameplay as we read more and more of the comments left in our titles, all the way up until its official release. And again, to commemorate those who participated across all our titles, we will be periodically selecting names from all of our titles. Thank you so much for everything you've done for us, and everything you continue to do for the world. We greatly appreciate your feedback and support. We've read every single review and comment left for us. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for everything you do. Thank you for playing. And thank you for contributing your secret words to our project. The part that bugs me about the secret words thing, though, is that they are secret words that they programmed into the game. I wonder what the secret words do, exactly. I mean, like, yeah, it says put them into the next game and all that, but like, again, that would all be pre-done. I'm very curious about all this. It's not like randomly generated passwords or anything like that. It's pre-made words put into the game. But that's just how my mind works. I can't really do full immersion with things and just roll with it like that. I roll, but I cannot connect. Just by you spreading the word, you've helped others to do who do find something beneficial from the series, who really could use the help in their time of need, and kind of missed out on some of that. Some will go their entire lives living selfishly, never lifting a finger. Okay, now we're just getting into a repeat of what you've just said. Place for all types of people in the world. We need people like that to create balance. We need the selfish and the selfless. We need the good with the bad. We need the happiness with the sadness. We need it all in order to appreciate what we have and what we don't have. But these games have helped people, and that means that you've helped people. If you've left a comment, okay, it's scrolling up. If you don't believe me, take a look for yourself and read some of the words people have left. Okay, that's, again, a lot of it's just kind of recapping what's already been said. Also, they had a lot to say. My voice is about gone, so I do believe we're going to be leaving it at just this game today. And the next stream can be the next game. I wanted a double feature, but I wasn't expecting it to break again. Of course, all that said, I did have fun answering the question. I do like answering, I do like little Q&A type stuff like this, even if some of the questions were kind of weird, and they seem to have a thing for punching nuns. There's that. We would also like to give a very special shout out to Markiplier and his community for supporting us through our other titles. Yeah, because a month or so ago, I think it was, Markiplier played the first game. I forget if he did the second one, but he at least played the first one, and I think that started chain reaction, getting other people to play it. My voice. As a side note to anyone and everyone who has taken the time to be here, we have also developed a game called the Testing Chamber. Yes, that is the next one that I will be playing, which can be considered connected to the Test Trilogy in a very special way. So feel free to check that out, as we think it's quite a unique experience. If you enjoyed what the Test Trilogy had to offer, then we truly believe that you will love the playstyle of the Testing Chamber, as it takes everything that its predecessors offered and amplifies the experience to an unprecedented degree. More test. We genuinely hope you give the Testing Chamber a chance, as we've spent countless hours of passionate development making it what it is, and we hope after playing it that it means as much to you as it does to us. In the meantime, we would like to recommend our title called The Advisor to you. We feel that it provides a great opportunity for a player/developer interaction, and allows players to cast their vote on where the story should head. Interesting. I wonder what that's about then. It's a choices matter style of game that's never been done before, as you, the player, are responsible for how the story is written in future episodes. Interesting. Thank you for listening to us pour our hearts out about our passion projects. We put a lot of time and effort into what we build, and we just want the same thing that everyone else wants in life: a chance. And money. With that being said, keep a hold of your secret words. You're gonna need them for when you're chasing demons. Is it my inner demons? Do I get to beat them up? Oh, hi! I will peel the truth from your flesh like petals from a blackened rose. That sounds painful. She loves me. Don't do this. She loves me not. He's attacking. Choice. She loves me. Please, I beg of you. She loves me not. Yeah. She loves me. She loves me not. She will never love a monster like you. So let her choice take its toll. And in her cell, may she rot. We would also like to give a very special thank. Okay, we're just doing that again. We speed that up. Yep, this is all the same stuff that we've already seen. Screening this game, go to our other games, yada yada yada. Then also they're pushing Markiplier's space video or movie or whatever. Testing Chamber, Advisor, The Journey, The Horoscope, Fatal Awakening. They've made a lot of games of this nature. They got a whole bundle of their games on Steam. We've made a list of names of those who've supported our projects along the way, and we will be continuing to extend this list in future titles. Would you like to see them now? Warning, this list is quite long. No, thank you. I've already sat through much. And we are, of course, at the end of stream time that lasted just long enough. Whew. That was fun. Despite the fact that it took multiple tries, I did have fun with this. And I'm a little bit curious about the plot going on with destiny imprisoning choice and fate. But I guess that comes up in one of the other games. Which one? No clue. Maybe it's chasing demons. Maybe it's something else entirely. But, oh, my voice though. Yeah, I did very much want to, there we go. I did very much want to do 2 games. Didn't pan out. But at least we got this one in. And finally finished it. So, like, I'm good with that. Excuse me. So I suppose, next stream, we will continue on with, the testing chamber. Which should be interesting. I think that one is slightly more active. From what I recall, seeing it on Steam. Let me look it up, actually. Testing chamber. It is very dialogue heavy again, but it looks like you may play as a character that goes around to different areas. Still doing the dialogue, the choices, all of that stuff. So it's still fairly simple. More RPG Maker style stuff. I'm curious how it'll go. Kinda curious about all of their games, but I don't know that I'll actually play all of their games. I am curious where it's all going in the end, though. Interesting music, not quite what I was expecting. Especially in a synth playlist. Reminds me a little bit of one of the late game songs from a Stall Sega Saturn game. And of course, between now and the next stream, I will of course be streaming over on Twitch. Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. I've been playing through the Final Fantasy franchise. The Pixel Remaster collection, I guess. Been playing through those. I'm up to 5 currently. So that's been kind of fun. Depending on the game. 2 was a bit of a slog. 3 was okay. Needed improvement, but like, you know, ye old games and all that. Had fun with 4. Yeah, been going through the Final Fantasy game 1 through 9 in the end. And then doing some other JRPG and adjacent games. So that's been fun. And should continue to be fun. I've been in a bit of a JRPG kick lately. Like I finally got the spark back to want to play them. But anywho, this has been another live stream with me, Mr. Skysen. If you joined me in the chat, thanks for that. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you all next time, and remember to stay groovy.